very emotional story. Husband cheat his wife with another woman. He said he was working late every single Friday for 6 months. But that night I didn't believe him anymore. So I got in my car and followed him. What I saw when I parked outside that building changed everything I thought I knew about my marriage. Stay till the end, because the twist isn't what you think. My name doesn't matter. Just know that I was an ordinary wife, living what I thought was an ordinary life. We'd been married for 7 years. We had 2 kids, a little girl who loved bedtime stories, and a son who had just started school and thought he was the coolest kid in his class. And I had a husband who, at least I thought, loved me just as much as he did on our wedding day. We weren't perfect. No couple is. But we had something solid. Or so I believed. Everything was normal. Breakfast in the morning, rushing to get the kids ready, dropping them off at school, juggling work and home together, having dinner as a family every single night, weekends spent watching movies on the couch or taking the kids to the park. The kind of life everyone dreams of. A little messy, a little chaotic, but full of love. Then Friday came, and that Friday changed everything I thought I knew. The first time he said, "There's a lot of work at the office today. I'll be late." I didn't think anything of it. Everyone has to stay late sometimes, I told myself. But the next Friday, the same story. And the Friday after that too. A pattern was forming, and patterns never lie. For 6 weeks straight, every Friday he'd come home after 11 p.m., tired, quiet, not like himself. He seemed to avoid looking me in the eye when he walked through the door. I started noticing small things. His phone always face down, quick replies to texts he wouldn't let me see, a strange kind of guilt in the way he'd kiss me goodnight. One night I caught a faint scent on his shirt. It wasn't his cologne, it was something else, something unfamiliar, something that didn't belong to our home. My heart said, let it go, maybe you're overthinking this. Marriages go through phases. But my mind kept whispering, something isn't right. Trust your gut. I couldn't sleep at night anymore. I'd stare at the ceiling long after he'd fallen asleep beside me and wonder, am I losing my mind, or is something really being hidden from me? Every Friday became a countdown to a question I was too afraid to ask out loud. That Friday, I made a decision. I asked my mom to watch the kids, and I got in the car. My hands were shaking on the steering wheel. My heart was pounding. I followed his car, lights off, with one question in my mind. Tonight, the truth comes out. He drove to a part of the city we never went to. The car stopped outside an old building. I parked a little further away and looked through the window. He went inside. 9:47 p.m. After waiting a few minutes, I gathered the courage and got out of the car. My heart was screaming out to turn back, but my feet wouldn't stop moving. As I peeked through the window, I had expected to see another woman. My heart was already braced to shatter into 1,000 pieces. I had already started rehearsing what I would say, how I would react, whether I'd cry or scream or just walk away quietly. But what I saw stopped me in my tracks. In a small room, my husband was teaching a group of kids for free. Kids who couldn't afford school because their families didn't have the money for tuition. Some of them were sitting on the floor, notebooks in hand, sounding out words slowly, and he had a smile on his face I hadn't seen at home in months, a smile that came from somewhere deep and genuine. He'd been going there every Friday night, for 6 months, without telling anyone, because he felt that if people knew, it would look like he was doing it for show, and the real intention would be lost. I stood outside the door, tears in my eyes, ashamed of myself for suspecting him of the worst. The man I had assumed was guilty of betrayal was quietly changing people's lives, one Friday at a time, asking for nothing in return. On the way home, we talked. He told me a friend of his had told him about this initiative, and he started going just to do something good, without any other reason. I asked him, "Why didn't you tell me?" He smiled and said, "Because I wanted this to stay quiet, not for show." That day, I learned something. Not every secret is a betrayal. Sometimes people hide their kindness too. If you're still watching, let me know in the comments. What would you have done in my place? Stories just like this one, real, emotional, and full of suspense, come to this channel every week. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to hit that bell icon so you never miss one. See you in the next story. Until then, take care of yourself and your relationships. Thanks for watching.